Good morning, my dear students. Solid state. In this video, we are going to discuss molecular solids and metallic solid. In the previous videos, we discussed about ionic solids and covalent solid. First, what are molecular solids and what are the constituent? What are the constituent exhibit in molecular solid? In molecular solid, the constituent particles are molecular solid. The constituent particles are molecules. All molecules are neutral, therefore, the constituent particles are neutral molecules. What is the force used to bind the neutral molecule in a molecular crystal? That is very most important. Generally, all type of molecules are held together by a very weak van der Waals forces. A very weak van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces. Generally, this is a common word, molecular solid. Generally, all molecules are soft. The ionic solid are hard. The covalent solids are very hard. But the molecular solids are generally soft. And they do not conduct electricity. They do not conduct electricity. Molecular solids do not conduct electricity. Now, we are going to discuss the further classification of molecular solid. Molecular solids are classified into first non-polar molecular solid. Non-polar molecular solids. Non-polar molecular solids. And polar molecular solids. Third one is hydrogen bonded molecular solids. They are classified into non-polar molecular solids, polar molecular solid, and the hydrogen bonded molecular solid. In non-polar molecular solid, the molecules are held together by very weak dispersion forces. Very weak dispersion forces. Dispersion forces are also called London forces. Dispersion forces are also called London forces. Because the molecular solids are very soft, listen carefully, my dear students. They are having very low melting point. They are having very low melting points. And the non-polar molecular solids are usually in liquid or gaseous state. Liquid or gaseous state in room temperature. At room temperature. They are in liquid or gaseous state at room temperature. We know the examples of non-polar, mostly organic compounds. Organic compounds are example of the non-polar molecular solids. They are naphthalene and anthracene. Anthracene are example of non-polar molecular solid. Now, we are going to discuss the structure of naphthalene and the images of naphthalene. two benzene ring are fused together, this is your naphthalene. Anthracene, 3 benzene ring are fused together, bind together, is anthracene, naphthalene and anthracene. This is one classification of molecular naphthalene. You may use it in your day-to-day life. In our home, we are using the naphtha balls. Naphthalene, example of non-polar molecular solid. And two benzene ring are fused together. A naphthalene is formed. The force between each naphtha balls, naphthalene molecule, is weak dispersion force or London force. The colored naphtha balls used as it produces small naphtha balls and protect our cloth and the insect, everything. Naphthalene, 2 benzene ring fused together, an example of non-polar molecular solid. Anthracene, also one of the example of non-polar molecular solid. 3 benzene rings are fused together. There is no specific charge for anthracene. Therefore, it is one of the example of non-polar molecular solid. Anthracene in solid state. That white color hygroscopic substance is anthracene, non-polar molecular solid. Then second classification of molecular solid is polar molecular solids. Polar molecular solids. Polar indicate it is charged like our H2O molecule. H partial positive charges and the oxygen is partial 2 minus ion, plus and minus attract each other. In polar molecular solid, the constituents are held together. Constituent means the particle, the molecules are held together by a polar covalent bond. Polar covalent bond. In a non-polar molecular solid, it is weak forces of dispersion forces or London forces. But in polar molecular solid, the constituent, that means the molecules, are held together by a polar covalent bonds. Polar covalent bonds. They are held together by a relatively a strong dipole attraction. Their dispersion forces here a strong, because they are charged, strong dipole and dipole interaction present in polar molecular solid. Dipole interactions are present in polar molecular solid. Due to the presence of charges, the molecular solids are having high melting point. They are having high melting point. The melting point of these polar molecular solids are higher than the non-polar molecular solid. We are studying the solid, therefore we have to give the example in solid state. That means solid carbon dioxide CO2 and solid ammonia are example of polar molecular solid. The structure of solid carbon dioxide now we are going to see. This is the structure of solid carbon dioxide, an example of polar molecular solid. The black balls are example of black ball is carbon atom and the pink balls are oxygen atom. We know the structure of carbon dioxide, in which there is a double bond between carbon and oxygens. When you see the black color in bonds, half part is occupied by black color carbon electron and the other half parts are occupied by electrons of oxygen. Solid carbon dioxide is an example of polar molecular solid. Polar molecular solid. Then the third classification of molecular solid is hydrogen bonded molecular solid. Hydrogen bonded molecular solids. Hydrogen bonded molecular solids. Hydrogen bond is formed between the more electronegative oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine with the hydrogen of another molecule. The more electronegative element of one molecule with the hydrogen of another molecule. Hydrogen bond is formed between water molecule, all our carbohydrates, then the fluid present in our body, the strength of the wood are all due to the presence of hydrogen bonding. The constituents in hydrogen bonded molecular solids are held together by hydrogen bond. There is a hydrogen bond is formed between the molecule, and like the non-polar molecular solid, hydrogen bonded molecular solids are also very soft, and very most important point is they are in solid state at room temperature. They are in solids at room temperature. A non-polar molecular solid, room temperature. The non-polar molecular solids are liquid or gases at room temperature, but hydrogen bonded molecular solids are solids at room temperature. Example that also we are going to see in separate images. Examples are solid ice. Solid ice. Molecular formula is as usual H2O. H2O exists in three physical states we know. One is solid ice, liquid water. In vapor state it is called water vapor. Solid ice, glucose C6H12O6 and urea, a well known fertilizer NH2CO NH2 are example of hydrogen bonded molecular solid. Example of hydrogen bonded molecular solid is ice. Hydrogen bonded molecular solid is ice. The red balls denote oxygen and blue balls denotes hydrogen. Two hydrogen atoms attached to one oxygen atom. A hydrogen bond is formed between more electronegative element, that is oxygen, with the hydrogen of another H2O molecule. A hydrogen bond is formed between the more electronegative element of oxygen. Now we see the hydrogen bond between the red color oxygen and blue color hydrogen. A black color, it is denoted by a black color, that is hydrogen bond. So ice is made up of hydrogen bond. It is ice is solid state. Don't use the word water. Water is in liquid state. We are studying the solid state. Therefore, ice is an example of hydrogen bonded molecular solid. When you see this colorful picture, nothing but your ice crystal. How beautiful is this? This is ice crystal and example of our hydrogen bonded molecular solid. So this is about The molecular solid. Molecular solids are classified into non-polar molecular solid, polar molecular solid and hydrogen bonded molecular solid. Now, we are going to discuss about one more solid, that is called a metallic solid. Metallic solid. Only there are four classifications of crystalline solid. They are ionic solid, covalent solid, molecular solid, finally metallic solid. First, as usual, what are the constituents in metallic solid? The metallic solid, the lattice point are occupied by positively charged metal ions, positively charged metal ions and a cloud of electron and a cloud of electrons and a cloud of electrons pervades this space. So, the lattice point in metallic solid are occupied by metal ion, which is positively charged, and a cloud of electron. In other words, we can say a metal ion is immersed into the sea of electron. A metal ion is immersed into the sea of electron. All the metallic solids are hard because the plus ion is surrounded by minus ion. Their forces of attraction is very high, and the metallic solids are hard at the same time. Because of they are hard, they are having high melting point. Due to the presence of electron, the metal ion is surrounded by a number of electrons. Due to the presence of that electron, the metallic solids are excellent electrical and thermal conductors. Electrical and thermal conductors. And also remember, due to the presence of electron around each metal ion, the metallic crystals are having bright luster. The properties of the metal luster is given by the valency electron. All the metallic solids are bright luster. Example of metallic solids are metals. Example of metallic solids are metals and their alloys. Metal and their alloys. Example of metal are copper, iron, zinc, silver, gold, copper, Zn, zinc. Alloys are also example of metallic solid. Their structure, their images of metallic solid, now we are going to discuss. Thank you. The schematic diagram indicate metallic solid. You know, in metallic solid, the constituents are metal ion and the electrons. When you see this picture, each metal ion, positively charged metal ion, is surrounded by number of electrons and each electrons are surrounded by number of positive ion. Each metal ion is surrounded by number of electrons. The force between the metal ion and the electron is very strong. That is called metallic bond. And this structure also denote the metallic bond. You know, the positive ion is metal ion, that is indicated in this picture. And the free electrons from the outer shell of the metal atoms are occupy the interstitial position. See, due to this electron which surround the metal ion, the metallic crystal is lustrous in nature. The lustrous nature of a metal is given by the valency electron. Lustrous nature of metal is given by the valency electron. And the bond between the electron and positively charged metal ion is very strong. Due to this electron, the metallic conductors are good conductors of heat and electricity.